keep on rocking in the free world.
Keep on rocking in the free world!
It's been a great few weeks since we did CamperCon, and I've been working back at work, doing my regular job. During the week, on the weekends, I've been taking off, hopping on ferries. I went up north, up Vancouver Island for a few days. I headed out towards Chilliwack as well, and spent a little time shooting stuff. Goodbye, kitty. I was killing some zombies and clowns too, all that fun stuff. And just back to the grind. Thank you so much for all the wonderful, kind comments on the CamperCon video I put up a few days ago. I'm glad you all enjoyed it so much. But this video, look, normally, as you know, I don't bring drama into the channel. I know a lot of people have drama on their channels, and they talk about every little thing that goes wrong, and because they're doing it for views, because people like to watch drama and negativity, and I try to avoid that at all costs. But as all you long-term viewers know, I love to have a little fun with trolls once in a while, but also with people that are, how do I put this nicely, so stupid it blows my mind. And all the comments on that CamperCon video were phenomenal. I mean, you're almost bringing tears to my eyes, guys, with all the beautiful comments you're leaving me there. But one guy, he wasn't a troll. This isn't a troll, as far as I know. He's just a guy very close-minded, and he thinks the world should only run the way he believes is normal. Anyways, this is his comment. His name is Harvey Floyd on YouTube. And he left a comment that says, "It should be against the law for someone to live in a van or camper full-time with a family, which includes kids. Kids need a stable home with a foundation, with a school which they could go and learn, and it's hard for them to be kids, have their own rooms, have their friends over, but these people are gypsies. They don't care about their children enough to give them a future. All they want to do is save some money and live out of a freaking van." Oh, jeez. First of all, Harvey, you couldn't be more wrong. The entire point of the video was to show that it's not about bums saving money or trying to live cheaply. That may be true for some, but the whole point of that meetup and that entire video was to show that we choose to live this way because we like to live this way. And me personally, I know other people too will agree with me, even if it costs more than rent, I'd still choose to live this way. And there are families everywhere living in RVs. Some of them stationary in RV parks, some of them moving all the time. Either way, RVs are meant for families. That's what they're built for in the first place. So my response to him on YouTube was, "You, sir, are the most ignorant commenter ever, and you're 100% wrong. RV life is the stable life for many, many people." And that's true. Out of everyone I know that I grew up with here in Vancouver, I'm the only one with stability in my life that actually can live where I want to live and not have to look for 5 roommates and move every 6 months. You know, when I move, it's because I want to move, but it's still in the same home. So I went on and said, look, frankly, I believe homeschooling and learning real life instead of being stuck in a classroom all day can be far, far more educational for children. And Harvey, you are incredibly programmed to think one way, and it's terribly, terribly sad. So I said it should be illegal for folks like you to actually vote. And then I linked him to one of many YouTube channels of a family of 4 living in their RV, and they're happy as can be, and their kids are being raised right. So he wouldn't let it go, of course. He comments again. He says, "Justin, you're wrong. I'm not arrogant. Apparently you are. It is dangerous. I mean, dangerous for children to live like this because you think it happened with that RV or van. Doesn't even make sense. I believe me, when I was about 6, we lived in a camper for a whole year before we got our home. It was a year in hell for me. It was always cold and there was no room. So yes, I know how it feels to be in a small space. It seems to me that you are the one that's arrogant because anyone will put their kids through this and take a risk of something happening. They're the ones that's arrogant. They don't give a damn about their children. My children has a roof over their head, has a refrigerator, a tub. They can go bathe. They go to school every morning. I pick them up from school. Blah, 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 blah. Typical domestication, typical live my way or the highway attitude. Buddy, you had a bad experience in your childhood, so you're telling me there aren't kids that have horrible experiences living in cold, run-down apartments and houses all over the place, everywhere in the world? There's a lot more of that than there are living in an RV. That goes without saying. You should be focusing on those folks. For the most part, a family living in an RV is doing it because they want to do it, because they're travelers, they want to explore, they want to enjoy their life and actually live their life now. Not when they're 80 and retired and can buy an RV. They want to do it now, and they want their kids to experience that as well. So you had a bad experience, so therefore it should be illegal for everyone else to live how they want to live. I understand. Can we have a little bit of freedom, Harvey, or do I have to ask you permission for that too? Okay, so here's my response to him. I said, I always knew there were folks with very closed minds. I just didn't realize that closed. A home is a home, and you missed the entire point of the video that I did, and I always do. My home, this home right now I'm sitting and talking to you in, is just as legit as any other home. A home, you're talking about foundation. So you're telling me it's only a legit home that children are allowed in if the foundation is made out of concrete, not if it's on rubber. Is that what you're telling me? Because I just need to know technically exactly what's illegal and what's not in your mind, or what should be illegal, right? If it doesn't have concrete foundations. I see, okay. And are you kidding? This is the same square footage as some of these micro apartments being built in cities all over the place. You're telling me it's better to be crammed into little concrete cubicles in the middle of the city? Come on, man. If you want to live like that, that's fine. But you're a rat in a cage. It's not for me. And it's not for a lot of other people. The only difference between my home and any other home is that I can move it if I want to and where I want to. But it's always optional. And that, my good sir, is a benefit which makes me more stable than many other people who are always being rent evicted or suddenly can't pay their rent or lose their job or one paycheck away from being on the street. That doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel natural. Being tied to one location all the time, physically, is not stability. At least not in my mind or a lot of other people that live like this or live on boats. Human beings are naturally roamers, gypsies. We like to move around, we like to travel. I don't think it's natural to be stuck in one place. I want you to keep on rocking in the free world, even if you don't choose to actually live in it. What do you think, everyone? Chime in with your comments below. Maybe some families in their RVs are watching this right now. Let's hear it.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want to check me out on my social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, maybe buy some rad t-shirts like this, or maybe you want to show me your rig or ask me some questions, just head on over to justincredible.tv.
Why don't you get a job, you homeless bum?
Get a job?
Yeah.
What? Excuse me? What's the matter with you, you white picket fence loving idiot? Why don't you go give your landlord some money and pay for the privilege of living in his house? Now who's homeless now, huh?
Just Incredible TV is not gluten-free.